Francisco Giants baseball on Comcast Sportsnet, part of the NBC Sports Group.
Today from sunny San Francisco, it's the final game of the homestand, and Matt Cain will have all eyes on him. The Giants right-hander has been nearly unhittable in front of the home crowd this season, and today Cain will take the ball and look to win the rubber match of the series. Giants Brewers coming up next. It's Hyundai Sunday on Comcast Sportsnet. Bay Area is Giants baseball. It's brought to you by your Bay Area Hyundai dealers. From the corner of 3rd and King Streets in San Francisco, it's the Giants and the Brewers in the final game of the series and the final game of the homestand. Hi again, everybody. I'm Dwayne Kuiper. Alongside of me is Mike Krukow. Well, a win today, and it makes it a little better homestand, and it also means that you take the series. So what do? You hand the ball to the horse.
Well, Matt Cain is that horse, and you always feel good handing him the ball. And I think back as to how the season started. Remember the first series, they got swept. Then they went on to win 3 series in a row. Well, they have a chance to win a good series after they got swept by the Miami Marlins. So hey, you need to do that because you need momentum going into Los Angeles. So a lot riding on this game. What better guy to flip the ball to than Matt Cain?
It is a beautiful day, so it should be a fun afternoon here at the corner of 3rd and King. All right, when we come back, we will have the lineups and the very first pitch of this game, and we'll do that right after this.
Giants baseball on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area is brought to you by AT&T, the nation's largest 4G network. AT&T, rethink possible. And by Toyota. Check out the great deals at your local Toyota dealer today.
Just another drop-dead gorgeous day here in San Francisco. At the corner of 3rd and King is Matt Cain. Brings his team out of the dugout. Our game time weather is brought to you by the Santa Cruz Beach Boardwalk. The admission-free boardwalk is open this weekend. 69 degrees here at the yard. We got light winds at 8 miles per hour. 40% humidity, and it is sunny. A little hazy and sunny. All right, let's take a look at Ron Renicke's lineup. Facing Matt Cain, it'll go like this. Nyjer Morgan will be in the leadoff spot, followed by Weeks and then Braun. He's got good numbers against Matt Cain. Then it's Aramis Ramirez. Hitting fifth is Hart. Jonathan Lucroy, who just doesn't make an out against the Giants, followed by Taylor Green as Torres, and then Sean Markham.
On the hill today for the Giants will be Matt Cain, the big right-hander, 27 years old, 6'3", 230-pounder, out of Dothan, Alabama, and is in his 7th year at the big league level, and he can pitch. That means he's got a good understanding of the fastball. He'll two-seam and four-seam. He's got a curveball, slider. He can cut it, change up. Not a whole lot he can't do. 2-5 lifetime against this Milwaukee team, 4.70 ERA.
So here's Nyjer Morgan, and the first pitch of the ball game is up high. So we get started right on time at 1:05. Morgan hitting 180. He's 4 for 15 lifetime against Cain. He did start on Friday night, and he went 1 for 4. He's ahead in the count, 2-0, and it's now 3-0. So Cain wanted to know where that one was, and Angel Hernandez just looked back at him like it's not a strike.
Well, he can have a tight zone. I think he's a low ball umpire early in the game, but the strike zone has a tendency to rise.
And that's a 4-pitch walk.
But it is a tight zone. Let's take a look at the defense playing behind Matt Cain. The Giants starting in left field. Cabrera, Pagan, and Blanco. That's your outfield. Crawford back in the lineup, joined by Gillespie on the left side. Terrio and Belt on the right side of the infield. And Buster Posey will be in the squad, putting down the signs.
Here's Ricky Weeks. Weeks is at 180 with 3 home runs, 6 RBIs. Morgan, he is a base stealer. And Cain spins a breaking ball that misses, so that's 5 now out of the strike zone, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Crawford, Terrio at double play depth. Morgan does not go, and there's a swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike. You could throw 9 balls in a row, and that's not going to stop Milwaukee from swinging.
They're going to hack. They do not believe in letting a pitcher dig his own hole. They believe in getting a good pitch to hit, and if it's a good count where you might get a good pitch, they're going to have at it, no matter how many balls that pitcher's throwing in a row.
So Morgan with his lead, Belt holding him tight, and Weeks takes a strike on the inside corner. Now he's unhappy, and it's 1-2.
Well, you got to go back up there and test that location again, because I don't think Weeks can hit that.
See Hernandez behind the dish. Then it's Carlson, Hickox, and Rapuano. Ed Rapuano is at third, and he is the crew chief. Morgan's got a couple of steals. He's been thrown out once. So Cain at the belt. Morgan goes, pitches high. Buster Posey's throw, not in time. Third of the year.
A little bit of a high throw, and I'm not sure if he had a great grip on that ball or not.
Looked like he went back, Mike, just a little bit to get a better grip. You're right. So a walk and a stolen base, and it's 2-2 to Weeks. And Weeks is out swinging.
Take a look at the pitching grips for Matt Cain. There's your 4-seam fastball. That's the backbone of every pitcher. And here's the 2-seam fastball with a thumb underneath the forefinger. And there's your circle change, which has been a really good pitch for Cain. And he'll throw the curveball, pressure point off his middle finger, and then he'll roll off the side a little bit more. And there's a slider with a light
tilt of his hand.
Here's Braun. Breaking ball misses, 1 ball and no strikes. Braun hit a home run yesterday. Hit it off of Guillermo Mota, who came in relief of Madison Bumgarner. Bumgarner went 7 innings. Mota pitched the 8th. Morgan with his lead at second. And another breaking ball, and this one's in for a strike. We showed you the numbers when we did the lineups. Braun with ownage on Matt Cain, 6 for 15, a double and a triple. Cain does have a base to play with if he chooses to go that route. Foul into the glove of Buster Posey, 1-2.
Working that outside corner.
It is a beautiful day. Yesterday, gorgeous. Each team has won a game in this series, so this is the rubber match. Got him.
Stayed away. He elevated the fastball and throws a fastball right through a good fastball hitter. He got the second strike with the swing through fastball here. He stays on that side of the plate. And Braun will chase. And that ball was by him. He was thinking something else.
Well, he flipped those 2 breaking balls that might have set up the hole at bat.
And that was our Exmo, brought to you by your local Toyota dealer.
Here's Ramirez. Ramirez hitting .212 with a couple of home runs, 12 RBIs. He hurt the Giants on Friday night with a 2-out base hit that knocked in a pair. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, that's a lot of swing throughs with that fastball. 2 with Weeks, 2 with Braun, and now here with Aramis Ramirez at a 1-0 count. I mean, that's the thing. You look up and you see 90-91 with the velocity of the fastball, but that high 3/4 short arm release that he has, I think it fools guys. It seems like it's a much faster fastball when you're in that batter's box against Cain.
Foul back. Ramirez is now behind in the count. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Morgan with his lead at second and nobody holding him close. Little flare into right field. Coming in is Blanco. He can't get it. And Aramis Ramirez with a little flare to knock in Nyjer Morgan. It's 1-0 Milwaukee.
Tried to elevate the fastball right up there across the shoulders, but give you an idea how strong Ramirez is. He sort of fights it off, and the big guys can do this. They can throw a little flare over the head of an infielder. And I don't think that ball hit but about 4 inches up the bat off the label, so it didn't feel good, that hit. But it got the job done.
So here's Corey Hart. Hart fouls this one, and it's no balls and 1 strike.
And he was not fooled with that speed. He was on it. Good numbers. Cain versus Corey Hart. Hart just 2 for 13.
This is the 5th game on this homestand where the opponents have scored in the first inning.
Well, that's a bad trend to be part of.
That'll be out of play. It's 0-2. Good look inside AT&T Park. One and two.
Change up and a good one.
See, last three starts, the offense has not done much for Matt Cain. Ramirez does have a couple of steals, so you do have to keep an eye on him. Hit on the ground. Tricky play for Crawford. That'll end the inning. Giants are coming up. Milwaukee on the board. For Milwaukee, here's Bruce Bochy's lineup. It'll go like this: Blanco in the leadoff spot, followed by Connor Gillespie, and then Melky Cabrera. And Melky Cabrera has been a good Giant so far at the beginning of this season. Buster Posey will be the cleanup hitter. Then it's Pagan, Belt, and Terrio. Crawford back in the lineup. He's hitting eighth. Matt Cain ninth.
On the hill today for the Milwaukee Brewers will be the right-hander Sean Markham. Markham, 30-year-old, 6 foot, 200-pounder out of Excelsior Springs, Missouri. And when you face Sean Markham, you're going to see an assortment of pitches. He's going to have a velocity between 88 and 91 miles per hour, depending on the grip. Curveball, slider, changeup. He throws everything at you, and everything is good. Not afraid to throw any one of his pitches in any count either. So you take your bats off him. It's kind of a chess match if you're going to guess with him.
He would be a guy that if I were to compare him to somebody, he'd be like Mark Gardner. Mark Gardner pitched.
It's a good call.
Kind of got that big curveball.
Let's take a look at the defense that the Milwaukee Brewers will employ behind Sean Markham. From left field across the field, it'll be Braun, Morgan, and Hart. Isturis and Ramirez on the left side of the infield. Weeks and Green on the right side. And Lucroy will be in the squad putting down the signs. Tyler Green just called up in the lineup today. Brewers made a couple of transactions yesterday because of injuries.
All right, here's Blanco. Blanco hitting .257, takes low.
Pablo Sandoval was wrap on his surgically repaired left hand.
2-0 to Blanco.
There's two things that we have that Pablo Sandoval does not have: hamate bones. Last year he had one taken out. This year he had one taken out.
2-0 pitch and a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. Blanco's never faced Markham before. Respecting his speed, Ramirez and Green are in, and it's 3-1. Giants are 1 game under 500. Brewers are 3 games under 500. And the walk. So both teams start out the first inning with a walk, and let's check in with Amy G.
Hey, Dwayne, a very happy birthday to Willie Mays today. The Say Hey Kid turns 81 years young, and manager Bruce Bochy held court about the Hall of Famer before today's game. Said it's amazing to be able to touch base with him almost every single day, sharing his knowledge, his experience. He said, but he really, really likes having Willie around at spring training. He said a lot of the guys, the young guys, will come out early of a game and maybe have a day off, and Willie sits them down and reminds them that that's not how it used to be, and asks them to stay and watch the game. Gentlemen?
Yeah. So happy birthday, Willie. Always at the ballpark. The other Willie as well. Stretch. Gillespie standing in. Blanco with his lead, and Gillespie takes high and tight, and it's 1 ball and no strikes.
Sean Markham's having a difficult time right now because there's about 4 pitches that he thinks should have been called strikes. He hadn't gotten any of them. So he's finding out early on what Matt Cain found out is his very tight strike zone.
There's a line drive down the right field line, and that is up against the wall, and it kicks past Hart. Here comes Blanco. This game is tied.
Well, when you get a guy getting called up out of the minor leagues, you hope he finds a couple of line drives early. And this is a loud one off the bat of Gillespie. It rifles off the base of the wall and skips past Corey Hart. And when it did, it was an easy score for Gregor Blanco. We're going to make it our forward right choice, that double by Connor Gillespie, and we got a tie ball game.
You know, that's a significant play by Hart. If he catches that, he's got a shot at throwing out Gillespie at second, and Blanco doesn't score. I'm talking about catching the carom. Here's Cabrera, and Cabrera bunts at it, and he misses as it's 0-1.
First pitch changeup from Markham. I'll tell you, one of the things in this game that will really test the composure of a pitcher is a tight strike zone. When you're used to strike zones being a certain way, and all of a sudden you get an umpire who's completely different than the norm, it can mess with you.
Line drive left field. That'll be a base hit. Gillespie has to stop at third. And the Giants have runners at the corners with nobody out.
Stay hot, Melky Cabrera. Oh, and it's just like every time we go back and watch a side swing, look at how compact the front foot, not much stride there, just basically lifts it up and drops it, and takes the outside pitch the other way, which has really been his trademark. And he's locked in, folks. He has got it back.
Here's Buster Posey. Two for 4 in the game yesterday for Buster Posey. And a quick toss, Cabrera back. 3 for 7 in the series. Back behind the dish today. Yesterday he was at first base. And a strike at the knees. No balls and 1 strike. "46 straight games now for the Giants with an extra base hit. That's the longest current streak in the majors. Oh, and 1 to Posey. And Cabrera back. Melky Cabrera on the season. Stolen base wise, what's Melky done? He's got 5. He's been thrown out just twice. Down the right field line and foul.
Boy, he can stay inside a ball a long time.
Yes, he can.
All right. It found a good home.
Got the right guy, huh?
Yeah, oh yeah. And you know what? He will never forget that moment. Here with his mom. Very cool.
So Posey behind in the count, 0-2. And again, Cabrera back.
No question what Markham's pitching for here. He's pitching for that strikeout.
Got him.
And he gets it, an outstanding changeup. And it had Buster Posey way out front. So frustrating at bat for Buster not being able to cash in with that RBI off. But look at the pitch. I mean, an absolute pearl of a changeup. And Posey completely thinking it was a fastball, looking at the arm action.
So here's Pagan.
We first saw Sean Markham a couple years ago when he was with the Toronto Blue Jays, and we were really impressed with this changeup.
Yeah.
And you just saw a good one.
Breaking ball for a strike. Pagan with a 19-game hitting streak. He's 2 for 5 lifetime against Markham. He's got 4 home runs. He's got 8 RBIs. Belt is on deck. Three for 8 in the series for Angel Pagan. So both teams scoring in the very first inning. Giants trying to take the lead. Cabrera extends his lead just a little bit. And there's a line drive foul down the left field line. It's 0-2.
Well, it's a great statistic. If you're a pitcher, the highest percentage of swings and misses, and it's Sean Markham.
I would not have guessed that.
Leading the league.
Buster Posey might agree with that.
Yeah, after that last changeup he threw him. Let's see why guys swing and miss.
So now Pagan's got a battle. He's behind in the count.
And look at the even distribution of what he throws. I mean, fastball at 27% of the time, throws 24% cutter, slider, changeup, curves. It basically tells you he'll throw anything at any time.
It's exactly where Markham wanted to throw it. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes.
And the other thing too Markham will do when an inning starts to go against him, he slows it down. It's a philosophy that's taught in organizations.
On the ground, Pagan's going to have to go, and he beats it out, and the Giants take the lead. When you've got speed, it turns out to be a good at bat. You get the run in.
Yeah, definitely a fast guy's RBI. You know, I mean, hey, if it's Benji Molina, it's inning over double play. But with Pagan that gets down that line right around 4 seconds consistently from the left side, no chance for the Brewers to flip this double play. And they couldn't have turned it any faster. and it's not even close.
Here's Belt. Belt hitting .294. Maybe a steal situation for Pagan. He goes. And he's going to steal it. As Lucroy could not get a handle on it. For Pagan, his 4th steal of the year.
Well, he picked a great pitch. He get that ball in the dirt. You saw Lucroy trying to get himself in position to field a one-hopper and get a throw-off. It's a do-or-die play, and he can't come up with it. Brewers do not really give their catchers much of an opportunity to throw guys out. Markham's a little bit different. I mean, he's pretty quick to home plate. But for the most part, this Brewers staff is pretty slow home.
Two-0 pitch to Belt. Low and in. It's 3-0. Markham body language is that he's not happy with himself or Angel Hernandez. He's really just not happy with anything right now.
No, he's not. And this is where you can hurt him right here. Take advantage of a guy when he's just a little out of sorts, especially a rhythm guy like Markham.
They're going to walk Belt, so Terrio's going to hit. Terrio's hit the ball pretty good. He didn't. Numbers are not going to show it at 205, but he's hit some line drives at people on this homestand. Breaking ball, and it's 0-1. So good speed in Pagan at second base. Markham takes a look at second. And Terrio drives it into center field. Morgan is going to get back there and make the catch. And that'll end the inning. So the Giants on the board twice. Blanco and Gillespie score after 1 inning here at AT&T Park. It's 2-1 Giants.
on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area is brought to you by Big O Tires. Tires, service, straight talk. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
2-1 Giants as Jonathan Lucroy stands in. It'll be Lucroy, Green, and Asturias facing Matt Cain. And Lucroy pops this one up. And it's going to be Terrio calling and Terrio catching. He must have did it with vigor because Blanco backed off. The Colorado Rockies make their first trip to AT&T Park. It's just a 2-game series, both night games on the 14th and 15th. Check out the dynamic deal on sfgiants.com, and that dynamic deal is $8 tickets. Go to sfgiants.com to purchase those tickets right now. Here's Taylor Green. So are we going to have the small strike zone the whole game?
Well, he loosens up a little bit. You'll start to see it rise too. You get more belt high strikes, but he's tight, man.
1 ball and 1 strike.
I mean, you got 2 guys out there that really don't walk many people. They're pitchers that really have command of their stuff. So you would think that they would make adjustments to the strike zone, but it makes it tough when you have to bite off a lot of strike zone. When you're used to nailing corners, now all of a sudden you got to bring in a little bit more. That's when you can get hit. There you see he's averaging 1.4 walks per 9 innings this year. They shaved it down every year.
Green hammers one to center field. Pagan at the wall, and it's off the wall. And it'll be Melky Cabrera. Check that. Blanco came all the way from right field to save 90 feet.
No, and that's a great point. I mean, a lot of you kids out there who play outfield in youth baseball, if you're a corner outfielder and that ball's hitting the center field, don't become a spectator. Get over there and back it up. Watch the ball come off the wall, and who's there to pick it up but the right fielder, Gregor Blanco, because he was trailing the play. That's just good baseball right there.
I mean, Green would be at third if Blanco doesn't do that. Here's Cesar Asturias.
Well, just a little bit out of the reach of Pagan.
There's on the ground. Belt knocks it down. He'll take it himself. So nice play by Belt as Green moves over to third.
How about Tyler Green just gets called up, and the first at bat he gets, he puts one off the wall against Matt Cain.
He was in Nashville yesterday. Here today he had 287 in Nashville. He took the spot of Carlos Gomez, who went on the DL.
Yeah, the Brewers have lost 2 guys so far in this series. Alex Gonzalez, the shortstop, yesterday with a knee injury. They have to determine as to what course they're going to do to rehab him. We haven't heard the severity of it, but he's on the DL.
Markham is 0 for 10. He does have an RBI. No balls and 1 strike.
Pretty good hitter.
You see Green at third, and this is popped up, and it's Crawford, it's Cabrera, and that's it. So the double does not hurt Matt Cain. It remains 2-1 Giants.
us, Kruk and Kai. Visit csnbayarea.com and ask us a question. We're going to answer one again. This one comes from Kimberly from Vacaville. How many uniforms do the players get at the beginning of the season?
I'll bet, and I don't know this for a fact, I'll bet they get a set of 3 or 4 whites and grays. So that would be 6 or 7.
Well, I mean, you used to always get 2 road, 2 home. So that was base 4. But now with all the specialty uniforms, you got orange tops for Orange Friday. You've got 2 different types of gray uniforms on the road. One is the SF, which is kind of a retro uniform from the back in the early 80s. And so, I mean, all said and done.
They might have 10.
Yeah.
Here's Crawford to lead things off. It'll be Crawford, Cain, and Blanco. 2-1 Giants. Crawford, first pitch, very high into center field. As Morgan will put it away. So here's Cain. Back in the day, look, back in when we played, which wasn't that long ago, with the Indians, we got 2 each, 2 whites and 2 grays.
Yep.
And after that, you big barred and steal. The guy got sent down, you went after his pants.
That's right.
Here's a strike to Cain, who's 1 for 12 on the season.
See, that's something you had to worry about as a player, is when you would slide into a base, you'd tear your pants.
Yep.
You didn't have to worry about that as a pitcher.
You guys slid.
Yeah, but I never ripped a pair of pants, ever.
That's right. I remember now. You were always looking good. 1-1 pitch to Cain. Cain bounces it foul. So it's 1-2. That's a good question.
Oh, they got the Gigantes tops, and they've got the gold tops.
It turns out that it's a nightmare for equipment men. It is.
Yeah. Ever since the marketing guys got involved with the clubhouse.
Nightmare.
Yeah.
That's why Murph takes just trunks and trunks of uniforms, equipment. 2-2 to Cain. Hats. You got different hats. Two pitch to Cain, and Cain out swinging, and that's the second strikeout for Markham. And here's Blanco.
A few years ago, the Pirates had a uniform scheme where they had 4 base uniforms. They had gray, yellow, kind of a pinstripe white, and a black. And every day it would be a different combination. And the veterans would pick what that combination would be. But it was the most stressful thing. You didn't know what uniform you were wearing any given day.
Blanco drew a walk and then scored. Breaking ball, and it's a quick 0-2 to Gregor Blanco. On the road, we'll be in LA tonight. You were so happy you're going back home. Well, it's not home now. There was a time, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I was raised 10 minutes from the ballpark in Los Angeles. But I mean,
how long did it take you to hate the Dodgers? Seriously, how long? Like one start?
One start. Played against them one start, and I totally got it.
I don't mean hate like, just the nasty.
How about didn't like losing to them?
Yeah. Blanco strikes out swinging to end the inning. We'll head to the 3rd inning. It's 2-1 Giants.
Sunday on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area is brought to you by your Bay Area Hyundai dealers.
Nyjer Morgan fouls the first pitch out of play. No balls and 1 strike. Here in the 3rd inning, it'll be the top of the order. Morgan, Weeks, and then Braun. 2-1 Giants. Morgan flips another one out of play. He walked and scored in the 1st inning. The old Willie Mays jersey. High to Morgan, 1-2. Out of play again. You don't hear much about Nyjer Morgan and Tony Plush and all that other stuff that was going on, and I'm sure it has a lot to do with hitting 180.
Well, when you're hitting 180, you know, you're not really looking for microphones. When you're hitting 320, you are.
It's this one on the ground to Terrio. In between innings here at the ballpark, over in the KMBR booth, the sellout crowd here, led by Rennell, singing Willie Mays' Happy Birthday. John had the tough job of holding the cake.
It's hard to believe that he's 81 years old.
A party. 41,000 plus party for Willie Mays. Here's Weeks, who struck out in the 1st inning. No balls and 1 strike. Braun to follow. Shallow right field. It'll be Blanco calling off Terrio.
Time now for our Geico quotes of the game. This quote comes from Willie Mays. He says, "I think I was the best baseball player I ever saw. They threw the ball, I hit it. They hit the ball, I catch it." Yeah, and we can't argue with you.
I agree. I would say he was pretty good. I didn't like him.
Oh, you were a Hank Aaron fan.
Yeah, I didn't. Here's the pitch to Braun, and Braun takes a breaking ball high.
You know what's really been great is when we got in the game as a player, and a lot of our coaches were ex-players that played against Willie Mays, and to get them talking about Mays, because you'd always say who's the best player you'd ever see, and then all of them would say it was Mays. And then they start talking about the guy, and you would get a real profound understanding of what his opponents felt about him and how fearful they were of his abilities.
Braun hits it foul, 1-2.
Well, our aerial shots today from the Hangar 1 blimp made right here in San Francisco. San Francisco, California is providing an aerial coverage today. And the Hangar Vodka, it's their very own blimp.
Braun with a good rip and a foul over the backstop. I see this right. The Cubs and Dodgers are in a rain delay. I don't think that game even started.
They are rain delay. You are correct.
Braun dribbles it foul. Cain looked like he was unhappy with that location.
Well, they set the target up away, and that thing came across the plate middle in, and it was up. And this is the happy zone. You see the target, and look where it winds up. And those are balls that get hit a long way from Braun. I mean, he doesn't usually miss those. That was a gift, and Cain got away with it. And you can understand why he was not happy with the location.
And again, away from the location. It's 2-2.
Yeah, he tried to drop down on that one. You don't usually see him miss inside when he drops down. Lower that arm angle a little bit from a high 3/4 down to a low 3/4.
Got him. Braun strikes out for the second time with the Giants. Gillespie, Cabrera, Posey.
Well, in case you missed it, we wanted to remind you to check out the new AVG's Giants exclusive. It's at csnberry.com, and it's brought to you by GoPro. I sat down with Gregor Blanco, and we had some fun rehashing his stumble around the base paths. He also talks about how he's taking advantage of the playing time that he's been given. It's an AVG's Giants exclusive with Gregor Blanco. Guys, check it out at csnberry.com.
All right, Amy. Mike and I will do that on the plane. Here's Gillespie, who doubled in a run in the first. He takes a strike.
Markham's thinking, oh, you didn't call that a strike back in the first inning.
He is.
And that's exactly how your mind works.
Tried to come back with it. 1 ball and 1 strike.
He'll throw that changeup 10 times in a row. That's how much confidence he has in it.
Melky Cabrera to follow. So Gillespie steps up, but not for very long. And the 1-1 pitch. In tight. 2 balls and 1 strike. It's not a. He doesn't have a whole lot of movement at the plate. Gillespie's pretty quiet. Off the end of the bat, and Weeks will backhand it.
Well, Melky Cabrera coming up. Yesterday, he put on a show. I believe it was Friday night. And he finds a gap in the right center field triples alley. And we thought this guy is just built for triples, and he followed it up yesterday with one to the left center field gap.
Yeah. For Melky, triples alley is in left center and right center. Here he takes one wide, 1 ball and no strikes.
He's got it locked. I mean, he had a little bit of a funk for a while, but even when he's got a funk going, he still manages to get hits and gets on base.
Hit out into right center field for Morgan. 2 outs. So here's Buster Posey. Buster Posey struck out in the first inning. Bounces this one to short. Izturis has it, and Izturis to Green, and that'll end the inning. Through 3 innings, it remains 2-1 Gigantes.
Sportsnet Bay Area is brought to you by Cache Creek Casino Resort. Swing away for big league cash only at Cache Creek. Visit cachecreek.com for details.
Onward we go to the top of the 4th inning. Giants on top of the Brewers 2-1. It'll be Matt Cain taking on the heart of the beast. The 4, 5, 6 hitters for the Brewers here in the top of the 4th. Ramirez, Hart, and Lucroy.
All right. AC just came on in here. I had to make a phone call. I'm freezing.
Yeah, I wonder why you put your overcoat on.
Strike to Ramirez, who blooped the single to right field. That was his 4th career hit against Matt Cain. This pop-up is going to be out of play as Buster Posey comes back. The Brewers, this is the final game of their 9-game road trip. They had 3 in St. Louis and 3 in San Diego, and this is the one that'll close it out. They're 3-5 on the trip. So they would be pleased to get back home tonight. Inside to Ramirez.
They're kind of a different team when they get home.
Yep.
They really enjoy the friendly confines of Miller Park.
They will be home and play tomorrow against the Reds. This is popped out of play. They'll have an off day on Thursday, and then the Cubs will be in town. You know, Interleague's not that far off.
It is not.
Be interesting to see what happens next year with Interleague, but this year pretty much the same as always as far as when it happens. This pop-up might be playable, and it's going to be Matt Cain, and the athlete that he is, not problem. Our trivia question brought to you by AT&T, who is the only manager to have led both the Brewers and the Giants.
No, that's a good question.
I'm not sure I have an idea on that one. Do you?
I think I do.
Corey Hart takes a strike. Hart bounced out to end the first inning. Swing and a miss. 0-2. This is a team that will swing and miss a lot, but they'll also hurt you very quickly too.
Yeah, you know, they're a funny team. I mean, they got a little swashbuckle to them. They let it go. They don't have a lot of two-strike adjustments in that lineup.
Talked about interleague. The Giants will host the A's on May 18th. So that is right around the corner. Hart takes low, 2-2.
Setting up outside.
And that got Buster Posey pretty good.
Man.
Remember last year how that was a bit of an issue before he had his ankle broken?
Well, you definitely see stars. Let's read in the paper this week. Gary Plummer, the former linebacker with the Niners, talking about a type 1 concussion. When you see stars, like I'm sure he's feeling it right now, that's a form of a concussion. It's right in the teeth. You know, and we're very sensitive about it here in the Giants organization ever since Mike Matheny had his career cut short by that very thing, getting hit in the mask with foul balls.
Got him. And he's still trying to shake it off. Remember, he tried the old conventional mask in spring training. And another catcher, Jonathan Lucroy, you can see touching bases with Buster as he walked by him. Yeah, Gresh has got the evil eye on him right now. But he tried the other mask, and he said he couldn't tell if there was really much of a difference as far as the impact. And if he really couldn't tell the difference, he said, then I'd rather go back to what I'm comfortable with. And this is the one this is the type that he's always used.
You can see the concern from Dave Greshner and Bruce Bochy. And I like that call. He didn't get the first strike curveball. Angel Hernandez said it was a little high. Cain took a long look at Hernandez as if to say, I think you missed it. They come right back with another curve. Right. He just dropped it a little bit lower in the zone, gets the zone. But I think that's how you get a good feel for your curveball. Back it up, throw it a couple times.
Almost hits Lucroy on the left arm.
He's telling Angel Hernandez where he got hit. He got popped in the jaw. And there's Lucroy coming in, checking in with him. Certainly he can sympathize, as any other catcher could.
Lucroy on the ground to third. Gillespie. Little crow hop. And Cain with a 1-2-3 4th inning. Pagan, Belt, and Terrio coming up.
and may not be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of San Francisco Baseball Associates, LP.
Our trivia question brought to you by AT&T, who's the only manager to have led both the Brewers and the San Francisco Giants. Dave Bristol. Not, however, my favorite Brewer manager.
Harvey Cain?
Absolutely.
Harvey's wall bangers?
The absolute best. Any guy that goes out to the mound to take the pitcher out on a wooden leg, he's the best.
Yeah.
Pagan takes low. It's 2-1 Giants. It'll be Pagan, Belt, and Terrio.
Dave Bristol was our third base coach when I was in Philadelphia. And what a good baseball man. He saw the game like not many others saw it. Very smart guy.
Matt Chisholm's birthday, too. So, cheese, happy birthday. He never thought in his life that he would be wished happy birthday along with Willie Mays. On the ground and a fair ball in a 20-game hitting streak. Pagan hits the bag. He will go into second base with a leadoff double.
Well, that's a significant swing of the bat as it extends his personal hitting game streak to 20 now. That means that he and Pablo Sandoval, who hit in 20 straight this season from April 6th to the 27th, are just the third pair of Giants teammates to have hit safely at least 20 games in the same season in Giants franchise history. And the very first combination to do it in the San Francisco era.
All right, here's Belt.
Very cool.
Low to Belt.
10th time a Giant has had a single season streak of 20 games. And the longest hit streak by a San Francisco Giant, 26 games. Jack Clark did that in 1978. So nice going, Angel Pagan.
Belt, get him in, get him over. Two 2-0. The other thing I liked about Harvey Cain, he owned a bar in Milwaukee, right? And he lived in the bar. He had an apartment attached to the bar. And it was open to all fans after Brewers games. And he would be there.
Well, plus his phone number was listed.
Unbelievable.
I want to talk about the Brewers. Call him up. It's in the phone book.
On the ground, hits the mound. His Torres will make the play. A productive out with Pagan moving over to third.
All right, get him over, get him in. He got him over. And now it's up to Ryan Terrio, who's coming into the batter's box, to get him in.
Well, Terrio hit a ball to fairly deep center field in the first. He'd take that here in the fourth. The Brewers infield will now come in as they'll try to cut off that run.
Fly ball situation for Terrio.
And a strike, and it's 0-1.
And you can see that pitch was not a strike the first couple of innings, as it has started to loosen up now for both pitchers.
Nothing in 2 on the foul ball.
That's a strikeout situation for Markham, and he wants to talk it over with LaCroix. He's a guy that doesn't necessarily will waste an 0-2 pitch. I mean, a lot of guys, this was guaranteed. You know, he's going to go out of the strike zone and hope he chases, but he's not necessarily one of those guys, especially with his changeup.
Foul back.
You can see the drawn in infield from our shot from the blimp. Hanger one.
Base hit left field. Coming in to score is Pagan, and it's 3-1.
We're going to make it our AT&T U-verse replay. It's going to be last year when Brandon Crawford got called up to the big leagues against Sean Markham in Milwaukee. Giants were in a bad losing streak. When he has this swing of the bat, it turned it into a win, and the Giants would turn around their fortunes.
And if you also remember, that was on a Friday night. The Wednesday night game was the game where Buster Posey was injured, and everybody was just in a major funk. So Crawford stands in.
Nice two-strike hitting from Ryan Theriot.
Indeed.
So leadoff double, you get him over, you get him in. I mean, that's the big leagues.
Outside to Crawford. A leadoff double by Angel Pagan. Belt gets him over. Theriot gets him in. One ball and one strike.
That's called a big league changeup right there. So effective in a fastball count. As a hitter, you're so conditioned to look fastball, and you're certainly going to look fastball in 1-0 counts or 2-0 counts, 3-1 counts. And when you got a guy out there like Mark, I mean, he doesn't really care. I mean, he's going to take advantage of that. And if you're thinking fastball, he's not going to throw you a fastball. And he's thinking that's a strike.
Yep.
Taking away the bunt with Ramirez at third base, and after that it's pretty much straightaway defense.
Cain on deck. And Crawford lifts this one into center field. 2 outs. And that'll bring up Matt Cain. Matt Cain struck out in the second inning. One other thing about Harvey Cain. Top 5 favorite players for Mike Murphy. Harvey Cain.
Yep. I mean, that endorsement by itself.
Yeah.
And gives him credibility.
Murph was younger and he liked to go out. Who was his favorite guy to go out with? Harvey Cain. Yeah, if Murph ever wrote a book, I guarantee you there'd be a Harvey Cain chapter.
Harvey Cain 5 chapters.
Cain with a swing and a miss. No balls and 1 strike. Hey, we'll be in Milwaukee in a couple of weeks, and we'll see a lot of that.
Yeah, we try to do 2 a day. 2 brats a day.
And I'm going to go lower this year.
Really?
Yep.
I can't say that.
Line drive, center field, a base hit for Cain. And Melky Cabrera gets to hit.
A hang and break a ball is a hang and break a ball. And even a pitcher that doesn't get a lot of at-bats can take advantage of a gift. And look where this thing lays out. That is right there, T-ball location. And he goes right back up the middle with it.
Oh, the big fist. There they go.
And there's the big fist pump.
As Blanco takes one in the dirt.
Nice block by Lucroy.
Giants with a run in here in the fourth. Two and 0. Teaser, 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 and Markham showing his unhappiness. Eighteen's a bit of an unusual number for a pitcher. And both starters today. Number 18.
You don't see many pitchers with numbers under 20.
Blanco on the ground. Green gets it on the backhand. That'll end the inning. Giants pick up a run here in the fourth and the RBI single by Ryan Theriot. It's 3-1 Giants.
Bay Area is brought to you by Big O Tires. Tires, service, straight talk. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
Downtown San Francisco, just a beautiful place. It's 3-1 Giants as we head to the fifth. Matt Cain in this game walked the leadoff hitter. That was Nigel Morgan. He eventually scored. That's the only walk he's issued, and since then he struck out 4. The last base runner for the Brewers was Morgan, Taylor Morgan, who's at the plate right now. Morgan doubled over the head of Pagan in the second inning. Tyler Green. Beg your pardon. There's a swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike.
What Willie Mays used to say about the toughest pitcher he had ever faced is the guy he doesn't know. Well, it's the same thing for a pitcher. And, you know, Cain doesn't know Tyler Green.
I'll tell you what, he's got a powerful swing. He's one of those little guys that kind of got that Lance Nix look, where he is not afraid to take a big hack, which shouldn't surprise anybody coming out of this organization. Blanco will come in and make the catch.
Well, the newly rebranded Corona Beach Club is your piece of paradise right here at AT&T Park. Enjoy the first round of beers on Corona and the Giants. The Corona Beach Club is the perfect spot for your group of up to 30 people to relax in style. Enjoy a front row view of the game from on field premium seats. Sit in the Adirondack chairs and find your beach at AT&T Park. 415-972-2298. Call them and check it out. There's only a handful of games still available for the 2012 season.
Yep, good seat. His tourist looks at a strike. His tourist bounced out to Brandon Belt.
Yeah, it's official. It's a party. Corona Beach Club. Gamer babes have showed up. You knew they would.
2-2. They are underway in Chicago. So that was about a 2-hour rain delay at the start of the game. Foul to the backstop. It remains 2-2.
Well, that 2-hour rain delay means that the Giants are going to be able to get into Los Angeles tonight before the Dodgers.
And that's really the way it should be.
I have no problem with that.
Two and two with Markham to follow. And his tourist is strikeout victim number 5 for Matt Cain.
Good back foot breaking ball. He gets him to swing over the top of it. Perfect location. And just let him hit and let him flail. And these tourists hadn't been playing a lot, so it's going to take him a while to establish a strike zone. But Matt Cain just took advantage of it.
Here's Markham. Markham takes a strike. Markham popped out to the left fielder Cabrera. He takes him high and tight.
Markham is an outstanding hitting pitcher. He will definitely give you a battle.
1-2. Got him. 6 strikeouts for Cain. Bottom of the 5th inning coming up. And it'll be Connor Gillespie.
Solar Company electrifying play of the week. And yesterday, Giants trailing 1-0, and Madison Bumgarner steps up and says, that'll be enough of that. Rips a double into left field. It would tie the score as Hector Sanchez would come around and plate the first run. The Giants would go on to win. Another great day for Madison Bumgarner, and that is our Solar Company electrifying play of the week. There's his line yesterday, 7 strong with 6 hits allowed, 1 earning, 1 walk, 5 strikeouts, and he is tied for most wins in the major leagues with 5.
I read that his 5th win last year came after the All-Star break.
Yep. He's having a great season. Gamer Babes from Lafayette. Hey, welcome.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. Good attitudes from Lafayette.
Here's Gillespie, who takes a strike. Cabrera and then Posey hit out to Morgan in center field. All right, let's check in with Amy G. Amy?
Well, Dwayne, you and Mike revisited Brandon Crawford's first career Grand Slam coming in his Major League debut last season. And not only was it timely in the game, but as you mentioned, it was timely for the team coming off of a rough losing skid and losing Buster Posey for the season. I spoke to Brandon about it. He said at the time he was personally very excited, but remembers how excited the bench was, realizing later that it was a true shot in the arm for the team. He also received a text later that evening from Buster Posey himself, who wrote him, "You're my favorite player." Guys?
Yep, I remember that. There's a strike to Cabrera.
Well, he was our favorite player that day, too.
Bruce Bochy's favorite player. Cabrera steps out. He's single in the first. Hit a fly ball to Morgan in the third. This is skied out to shallow left field, where Izturis will put it away. Hitting the road, and you can't watch the Giants on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. We'll take the Giants with you with MLB.tv. Subscribe to MLB.tv and see every out-of-market Giants game online in HD quality. MLB.tv, baseball everywhere. Buster Posey struck out and bounced out. Out into right center field, it'll be Morgan calling off Corey Hart, and a 1-2-3 inning for Sean Markham. 3-1 Giants.
Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area is brought to you by the Solar Company. Call 877-60-SOLAR for a free analysis or visit thesolarco.com.
Good look at the city with Alcatraz in the middle of your screen. 3-1 Giants. See Lombard Street. Not a whole lot of excitement going on Lombard Street right now. See that one car. Come on.
Oh, for Lombard.
They're here.
They're here.
Here's Morgan, top of the order. Morgan bluffs like he's going to run up and slap at it, takes a strike, and it's 0-1.
First pitch changeup from Cain, a good one.
Out of play, it's 0-2.
Came right back with it, and waited well. It's just everywhere you look, it's an incredible vista. Joe DiMaggio and Marilyn Monroe got married. I think it's St. Peter and St. Paul. See the Transamerica building. Look right into Russian Hill. I mean, this place is built for a blimp. It absolutely is.
Absolutely. Morgan slowly hit to Belt. Belt will go to the bag. Morgan retired.
Well, come on out to AT&T Park and celebrate Carnival on May 16th. You can watch the Giants take on the Cardinals. Your special ticket package will include a pregame Carnival party and a Pablo Sandoval Chia Fro. Partial proceeds from this event will benefit the San Francisco Cultural Arts Tradition. So get your tickets right now. Go to sfgiants.com/special events.
So how does that work? Do you have to water it?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got to.
I mean, what you put in the shower?
Well, you soak the head, and then you take the chia mix, which has got seeds, and you kind of rub it on the head, stand back, and watch it grow. Oh, that makes me laugh.
Driven to right. Blanco is going to watch this one sail over his head. And standing at second base is Weeks with a one-out double.
Yeah, that's a strong man's line drive right there. And Ricky Weeks is that strong man. He is built. They sit up in the outside corner. I mean, that's just beautiful hitting. That's got some backspin on it. That's taking what a pitcher will give you and doing it in an impressive way.
Here's Braun. Braun has struck out twice.
See, those are the type of at-bats right there that you know you're playing with world-class athletes when the guy can do that.
Yeah. That is a fact. Up and in to Braun. Now, Weeks is very capable of stealing a bag. Under Cain, Terrio is going to keep it alive. Runners will be at the corners with one out.
That's so frustrating if you're Matt Cain. I mean, you see it coming back. You think, I got this one. And it just gets under your glove. So fortunately, Terrio was able to get to it and prevent it from going into center field, although it would have been a run. But it's such an incredible feeling of frustration for the pitcher. Because you're thinking, I got this one. And then you don't. Makes you want to take a bite out of the rosin bag is what it does.
He's got Ramirez at the plate. Ramirez a little flair for a base hit in the first inning. Then he popped out to Matt Cain in the fourth. Another flare to right. Blanco is going to catch it. Tagging is Weeks. Here's the throw home, and it's offline. The throw to second, and it's not in time. So coming in to score is Weeks.
Now he goes through the cutoff man right over the head. He gambles, and Posey from his back hip flips a seed right to second base. And that was close. Ed Hickok's second base umpire making the call.
See, I'm not buying the whole limping around from Ryan Braun. He was running pretty good.
Bang, bang. Could have called either way.
Here's Corey Hart. Hart takes a strike.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, guys that get up and limp around. I mean, I have had more guys steal bases off me after they've been hit in the foot, or they, fake like they had hit a ball off their foot, or they supposedly had a sore hamstring. You just don't buy any of it.
He was running pretty good. 0-2 to Hart.
And you can ladder climb Hart. Elevate that fastball right above the letters. But you got to keep it in. Ooh. Paralysis fastball, and that could have been called a strike. Sit up in the outside corner, the late target from Cain. Remember, this guy's 6'6".
So you think he called it high?
I think he called it high.
Corey Hart unhappy. 3-2 Giants.
Can we go back to yesterday's ball game? Santiago Casilla trying to get the last out. A comebacker. He's got to come across his body and watch the angle with which he makes the play. And he spins and finishes it all off. Giants win. That's your Coors Light Freeze Can, brought to you by Frost Brewed Coors Light, the world's most refreshing beer. Gamer Babes. 3-2 Giants, bottom of the sixth.
Some maybe Gamer Babes from Milwaukee.
Yeah.
Pagan, Belt, Terrio, sixth inning. Pagan has reached on a fielder's choice and then doubled to extend his hitting streak to 20 games. 2 balls and no strikes. Outside corner. Markham with 67 pitches here in the 6th inning.
Man, I really figured it'd be this kind of a game between Markham and Cain because they're a lot alike in a lot of ways. Cain with a little more velocity on the fastball, but both guys can throw darts with a lot of pitches. Cain works a bit of a quicker pace, and I think because Markham utilizes that changeup a lot, I think he feels he has to be a little more deliberate out there. A slower pace does set up a changeup.
Hit on the ground. Green with the backhand to Markham. 1 out. Well, every Tuesday at 5 p.m. check out Chronicle Live. And it'll be with Giants GM Brian Sabian. He'll be a special guest. Tuesdays, find out about your San Francisco Giants right from the GM himself. Sabian on Tuesday on Chronicle Live, only on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. Here's Belt. Belt with a walk, and he bounced out in the 4th inning.
Big, slow curveball to steal the strike. A guy like Markham could be the type of pitcher where you really can't try and jerk him. You have to stay disciplined in your approach to him because of his ability to mix speeds. Just moves it around. His whole idea is not to strike you out, it's just to get you off balance, take your legs out of a swing.
Belt's got a good eye. He'll take his walks. I saw a note in the paper about a suggestion to Bruce Bochy about Belt hitting second. He said he could hit second. Pulls this one on the ground, and another 3-1 putout, bringing Terrio to the plate.
Well, if you're going to hit up the lineup, you got to be able to get on base, and that's one thing that Belt does. I mean, coming into this game, his on base percentage was almost 380. It was 379.
Yeah.
I mean, that's fantastic.
Yep. Terrio knocked in a run in the 4th inning. Here he takes a strike at the knees. For Terrio, the hit was his first ever against Markham. There's our seats.
Hey, Posey's in your seat. What's the deal?
He made the request, and I said, that's fine. I'm telling you, we got to do a game from there.
I'm with you. It's a great seat out there. Great view from Triples Alley.
No swing. Terrio dribbles it foul.
That 88-mile-an-hour fastball by Markham that's the highest velocity fastball we've seen him had today. Those fastballs 25% of the time. So it makes it hard for a guy who's hitting off him when you're thinking fastball all the time.
That's right.
And I don't know if he's throwing a fastball on a fastball count.
Terrio stays alive. 41,796 here today, the 99th consecutive sellout. Little dribbler, foul. Maybe Santa Claus here. Picked out a kid. 2-2. Terrio out to right field, moving Hart back. Side retired. We will head to the 7th. It'll be Lucroy Green and his tourists coming up.
No way!
Toyota game summary brought to you by your local Toyota dealer. Ramirez had an RBI single in the first inning. Markham, quality start. Pagan extended his hitting streak. Cain has been terrific. Base hit left field on the first pitch to Jonathan Lucroy. So right off the bat, Cain in the stretch is Taylor Green's going to come up. There's Alcatraz. Always fun to take that tour.
Yeah, it is definitely enlightening. It was not what I expected.
Way out in front is Green, and it's no balls and one strike.
Taylor Green sort of opened up everybody's eyes back in the second inning when he had a double, a one-out double off of Cain. Immediately everybody's saying, who's this guy?
Low and away, 1 ball and 1 strike. is Torres to follow. High and wide, and it's 2-1.
Taylor Green was a 25th round pick, 2005. Out of British Columbia, Canada.
And now it's 3-1. So
this becomes a big pitch.
Lucroy, not a big lead. And a bullet down the right field line. Foul.
Yeah, that's a bullet. That hit the bricks and almost bounced back into the infield. So I would have to say that Taylor Green can hit the fastball down and in a 3-1 count. Bang.
You have to be careful. It gets really out there fast with that short wall.
Yeah, 2.9 seconds they're telling us in the truck. Sets up a good changeup. Or a back foot breaking ball.
Beautiful.
So Cain comes back well from the 3-1 count. Here's the payoff. Back foot breaking ball. You know, you have an aggressive hitter up there. He's feeling pretty good after the 3-1 foul ball. And they get him to chase. Thank you very much. Grab some pine meat.
Here's his Torres. His Torres is 0 for 2. And he bunts it. Third base side, going to be a tough play, and there'll be no play.
Boy, how perfect was that? You cannot draw a push bunt any better than that.
You cannot.
And the technique is perfect. Just deadens it, and then it gets out there and just. There's no way that Gillespie can or should even make a throw, and he opts wisely to take a bite out of it. So a job well done. It sets up a first and second, one out now. With that, Dave Righetti's going to come out and talk things over. Talk about how they're going to pitch George Kataris, the pinch hitter. Now you've been watching aerial coverage today, brought to you today by the Hangar 1 blimp, made here in California in an actual aircraft hangar. And we have enjoyed those great shots from the blimp.
Yeah, we want to
keep it here. Building.
So here's Kataris, a .296 hitter, and he takes a strike at the knees. Down low.
He's pitching for that ground ball. Oh yeah, happy birthday, Willie Mays. It's my birthday too. How cool is that?
Just off the outside part of the plate. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Yeah, he's throwing all his pitches. First pitch breaking ball, then a fastball, then a changeup. So he's showing Kataris some respect.
Pitch number 99 coming from Matt Cain, and it's rolled foul, and it's now 2-2.
And a good changeup there. Steve Edlifson starting to get greased up for the Giants. The sinker baller. Next pitch for Cain, 100.
2-2. And no swing. 3-2.
Tried the back foot slider again, the same pitch he got Taylor Green with. And Contreras just does manage to hold up. Had a pitch to go out of the strike zone. I mean, with an open base here and 1 out and a 1-run lead, I mean, you're not going to go out of the strike zone here. This should be a challenge somewhere in the zone. That 2-2 pitch was his chance to have him chase, and he didn't.
Got him.
Comes right back with a challenge 92-mile-an-hour fastball, and Katara swings right through it.
And that may have been velocity-wise Cain's best fastball.
He reached back, and Kataris, who's been swinging it good, not an easy guy to get a fastball by, just gets blown away.
Morgan is 0 for 2. Swing and a miss. No balls and 1 strike. Outfield straight away. Cabrera shading Morgan a little bit to left. Lucroy at second. Is Torres at first. Very high. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Tried to change sight lines there with that fastball.
And the 1-1. 1-2.
Boy, nice backdoor slider. And I mean, that thing doesn't have to have a lot of movement. It just has to be late. Nigel Morgan saw this thing outside, gave up on it. Look at the movement coming right around the back door. Nice frame job there by Posey. Stuck that reception, gave Angel Hernandez a good look and got the strike. Now you can go out of the strike zone a couple of times.
Two and two.
Not an easy take either there for Nigel Morgan.
Two balls, 2 strikes. Got him. Cain strikes out the side. The horse. It stays 3-2. Here's our McDonald's True Stories. Happy birthday to Willie Mays. 81 years old on May 6, 1961. Willie Mays, or make that April 30th. He hit 4 home runs in a ball game. And he did it at County Stadium in Milwaukee. And they tell us he almost hit a 5th. So happy birthday to the Say Hey Kid.
Born on May 6, 1931. Well, when it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and tune up your oil change. Tune up at Smog Experts. The new pitcher for the Milwaukee Brewers will be the right-hander Jose Veras. 13th time that he has come in. He has been a workhorse for Ron Renicky. We saw him earlier in the series. Got a good fastball, mid-90s. Good hard slider. That's his strikeout pitch. 15 punch-outs in 11 innings. He will get a wild hair up his nose. 9 walks in 11 innings pitched. That's a lot. He also has a changeup.
All right, let's check in with Amy G.
Well, Dwayne, the Giants have been wanting to get Freddie Sanchez back onto a rehab assignment, and it might happen as early as midweek. He was here with the club on this homestand, working out some after a setback on a rehab assignment. He got some improvement while he was here. They sent him to Arizona for more treatment and more throwing. And David Greshner, Giants head trainer, said today the plan is to get him to San Jose by midweek. Gentlemen.
All right, we always like to hear good news about Freddie Sanchez. And we missed the guy. We're waiting on something. Oh, I guess we're waiting on the second base umpire in his stopwatch.
Ed Hickok, second base umpire, working the watch today.
So here's Veras pitching to Brandon Crawford. Crawford thought about it.
Let's take a look at strike 3. They backdoor him again with a little slider. Pitcher's pitch. It is the 9th time in his career that Cain has had 10 or more strikeouts. Second time this year.
Crawford fouls it out of play.
But Cain pretty dominant today with his command. Just 3 3-ball counts. He had a 4-pitch walk to start the game. Then he didn't have a second 3-ball count since the 7th inning, and he had a couple of them in the 7th.
Crawford swings and misses. It's 1-2.
That breaking ball looks like a curveball, but he calls it a slider. It's a big one. Throws at 83, 85 miles per hour. When you get a breaking ball with that type of velocity, that's a tough assignment, especially if you're seeing it the first time.
Two and two. As Veras tried to backdoor Crawford. Nate Schultz is out on deck. And let's foul back with Matt Cain really standing next to Bruce Bochy on the top step. That would lead you to believe that if Crawford were to reach, then Cain would probably stay into bunt.
Yeah, I think his pitching is done for the day. But your point is well taken.
Got him.
A backdoor breaking ball, and I mean a nasty one. We didn't see many backdoor strikes called all game until the last couple of innings, which is kind of how Angel Hernandez goes. I mean, he'll give you a tight zone early, and it will loosen up as the game progresses. Cain's line today: 6 hits, couple earnings, 1 walk, 3 3-ball counts, and 10 strikeouts. Struck out the side in his last inning.
Here's Nate Schultz. Strike to Schultz. Bumgarner, very good yesterday. Cain, very good today. Since Nate Scherholtz had that 6 for 10 day on that doubleheader that Monday in New York, it has been slim pickings for Nate since then. 1 for his last 25. On the ground, towards the hole, into the hole for a base hit.
Yeah, he needed one of those.
He needed a seeing-eye ground ball base hit.
A 92 hopper finding a hole. That's exactly what he needed. He was really hitting in tough luck. So a 1-out single. As he goes down to get that. That was not a hanger either from Veras. Now let's take a look at it. Seeing-eye, baby. That's a slump buster knock right there.
Here's Blanco. Blanco takes high. He walked and scored in the first. Then he struck out in the second, bounced out in the fourth. Romo is getting ready and probably ready by now.
For starters, Cain 7 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, 0 earned, 1 walk, and 10 strikeouts. 7 innings, 6 hits, 2 runs, 1 earned, 1 walk.
Scherholtz with his lead, he can run.
6 pitches, 71 106.
And he goes. And it's a strike call, and Scherholtz made it.
Let's take a look. Now Lucroy comes out low. It's on the shortstop side of the bag with a throw, and that's the only thing that allowed Scherholtz a little window of opportunity. Boy, that was close.
Second of the year. So it's 1-1 to Blanco. We watched the Marlins in that 3-game series place that right fielder, which was Giancarlo Stanton, right in Triple's alley. That is not the case with the Brewers.
Well, that's where the Marlins are playing it. Now the Brewers are a little more conventional in the way they set their defense in right field in this ballpark.
So it's 3-1 to Gregor Blanco.
And you can see the outfielder here. That's pretty much straight away right field. The Marlins were way over there, and at times even farther towards the right center field gap. They totally gave the line up. And this is with a guy who's out there, no matter who had a breaking ball and changeup, and he was a right-hander throwing to a left-handed hitter. They gave him the line, but it worked for him.
Three and 1 to Blanco. And a good swing by Blanco. It's 3-2.
Harris came at it with his best fastball. He 95'd him on the 3-1 challenge. Man, I think that's the first fastball we've seen in a fastball count all day long from Brewer pitching.
Here's the payoff. Little nubber, and it's caught by Green.
Well, get a taste of San Francisco's finest chefs and restaurants at the game against the Rockies on May 14th. It's a 7:15 game. We partnered with San Francisco's premier food festival, SF Chefs, and your special ticket package will include access to SF Chefs event, and a tasting passport, good for delicious bites from participating chefs. So for tickets, go to sfgiants.com/special events. The dog will be there.
Yes, he will. There's a breaking ball to Gillespie. Gillespie had RBI double in the first inning.
Jose Veras can't believe that last pitch was not a strike. He dropped a face finger on plate umpire Angel Hernandez.
Down low, 2 balls and no strikes. Melky Cabrera to follow. Brewers bullpen is empty. And on the 2-0 pitch, Gillespie, a high pop-up into the club level. Two and one to Gillespie. Line drive. It'll carry right out to Braun, and that'll end the inning. 8th inning coming up. Romo coming out.
Simple as that. There was a clinic before the game. Dave Fleming was the host today. And one of the guest speakers he had was the guy who's coming in to pitch right now for the Giants. And when it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change tune-up and smog experts. 3-2 Giants were in the top of the 8th inning, and one of those guys was Sergio Romo. Very articulate. Told some stories, answered some questions. This is what he has done in 9 games. He's been outstanding. 1-0 with no ERA, 6 strikeouts against 3 walks in 7 innings. Fastball, slider, changeup pitcher.
Facing Ricky Weeks. Weeks doubled off of Cain in the 6th and scored. So there's some beef coming up here in the 8th inning. Swing and a miss. 1 ball and 1 strike. Sherholtz now in right field. One and 2.
It's not picking it up, and we see a lot of swing throughs. I think we see more swing throughs on Romo's breaking ball than any other breaking ball on the Giants staff, and that even includes Lincecum. And the reason for it is it's so deceptive. It's just not the normal spin you see from a slider. It's a no dot slider, and he's going to throw another one.
Well, Weeks had seen it 3 straight times. That time he took it. Got him.
And the other thing about Romo and his slider is the uncanny command that he has with it, and he can throw outstanding knee-high paint with that slider, and I think he even has a better feel of that slider into the strike zone than he does the fastball. So you said the beef was coming up, and there was one turned back.
Here's Braun. Braun had an infield hit in the 6th. He's 1 for 3. First fastball to Braun, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. Three-two Giants here in the 8th inning. And a strike.
Two pitches, 2 fastballs. And Braun is the type of hitter that if he goes up there looking for 1 pitch, he'll sit on it the whole at bat. Three pitches, 3 fastballs. And if there's ever been a slider set up for a slider pitcher, now is the time.
You would think so. Got him. There it was.
And that's a hat trick for Ryan Braun, and that doesn't happen very often. Cain got him twice, and now Romo gets on a 1-2 slider, the first one of the at bat, and he saves it for the 2-strike count. And look at the location, knee high away. See ya. And you just can't wait back after 3 fastballs when he throws you the frisbee.
More beef. Here's Ramirez.
And if you remember early in the series, Romo got beat on a fastball in to Ramirez, and Ramirez knocked in a run with it.
One ball and 1 strike.
Ramirez has always been a middle away guy, and he's got big time power to that side of the plate.
Very close. It's 2 balls and a strike. And it's 3-1 with Corey Hart on deck. There's Corey Hart.
Romo definitely not afraid to throw that slider 3-1.
He does. It's hit out to Pagan, who comes racing in, and he'll make the catch. Cabrera, Posey, Pagan coming up.
Sportsnet Bay Area is brought to you by Jack in the Box. Right now at Jack in the Box, you can try the new Chipotle Chicken Club. Make it a combo with fries and a drink.
Beautiful day here in San Francisco. Wish we didn't have to leave. It's a 3-2 lead for the Giants. We've had some fabulous blimp shots. Hanger one is just giving us all the beauty shots that you could ever want to see. Here's Melky Cabrera, who's 1 for 3. Swing and a miss. No balls and 1 strike.
He had a little greed behind that swing. He was gambling for a fastball strike. And he was trying to knock it out of here.
A couple of the new guys, Cabrera, Pagan, Terrio, they'll all get their first taste of the Giants-Dodgers rivalry, which will start tomorrow night. He dropped it. He dropped it.
He had it long enough.
It's okay. Look at. He married the right one right there.
He'll stop thinking about that in about 10 years.
Cabrera on the ground, foul. Here it is.
All right, let's take a look.
Come on.
He's in the right position. Ew.
Oh no. Oh,
that was a clank right there. I'm sorry. You bring your gloves, you make that play, Meat. Let's go.
You know what? That's a really good point.
Yeah.
So you're not feeling sorry for him?
Not at all.
And they're going to say Cabrera went around. So Veras with a strikeout. I did mention that Giants and Dodgers tomorrow night. We'll have it for you right here on Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. Pregame live will start at 6:30. And then at the top of the hour, we'll have the ball game as the Giants hit the road and head to L.A. And the rivalry will continue tomorrow night, complete Giants coverage every night on Sportsnet Central and CSNBayarea.com. Here's Buster Posey. And a line drive foul down the right field line.
Okay, we're good. She's got it. Hand it off to her kid. Everybody's all right. That's a good foul ball.
Nobody hurt and ended up with a kid. Buster Posey 0 for 3. Down low with Pagan to follow. And a strike to make it 1-2.
Perfect location with that fastball. Knee high outside corner at 95.
And Buster Posey went with the extendo swing.
Yeah, that's your extendo swing to stay alive, Hack.
Well, stay tuned for the post-game wrap in just a bit. And Mike will also talk about the game tomorrow morning with Murph and Mac on KMBR 680. Look out. And did that get him?
No.
It bounced away from Lucroy, and I thought, boy, they hit him on the hip.
Well, they try to go inside. Little heat seeker that almost clips his back leg. All right, is he good at dodgeball? Yep.
2-2.
Of course, you know, dodgeball doesn't come at you at 95 miles an hour.
No, and the ball's a little bigger and softer.
Yeah. Santiago Casilla finishing off his warm-up tosses. He will pitch the bottom of the ninth.
Buster Posey on the ground is short. So Buster Posey bounces out here in the eighth, and that'll bring up Angel Pagan. Pagan, an RBI and a fielder's choice in the first, doubled and scored in the fourth and extended his hitting streak to 20 games. Then in the sixth inning against Markham, he bounced out to first. This was the base hit that extended the hitting streak.
Just spins on one, gets it right past Taylor Green and down the line for a double. And he would come around and score. And that really has been the difference in that ball game.
Pagan would like Belt to get an opportunity. He's on deck. See the longest hit streaks in San Francisco Giants history. Robbie Thompson in that bunch, Randy Wynn, Pagan now added to the list. And of course then the usual suspects, McCovey and Mays. High and foul down the left field line and out of play. I had the pinch hit record for the Giants for 2 years, and I love to look at in the press guide the pinch hit or the records, and it was Mays, McCovey, McCovey, Mays for all different sorts of offensive. McCovey, Kuiper, Mays, McCovey, McCovey, Mays, Mays.
It sort of jumped off the page, didn't it?
It was like one of these names just doesn't belong here.
Yeah. Well.
And then Candy Maldonado just shattered it completely. Pagan rolls it foul.
But it was yours for a while.
2 years, 3 years, maybe 3. It was 1986 that Candy Maldonado. He had like in the 20s.
And they were big hits too. He was something else.
And Pagan's got a base hit, and Belt will hit. So a 2-hit day for Angel Pagan.
Steal situation right here.
Well, Ron Renicky is going to force Belt to face a lefty. So when it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change tune-up and smog experts. We'll be back.
PM right here in Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. Join Damon Andrews and John Henry Smith as they give you post-game reaction to this one. 30 Giants in 30 days. It's going to be Jeremy Affeldt, and they'll give you a National League West recap. All that and more. Sportsnet Central tonight, 6 p.m. right here in Comcast Sportsnet Bay Area. New pitcher for the Brewers is going to be Manny Parra, the only lefty in their bullpen.
Low to Belt.
Take a look at the numbers from Parra. This is the 11th time he's come in. Done a good job. 15 strikeouts in 13 innings. And he can give you some different looks. Former starter. He'll give you a fastball, curveball, slider split. Low 90s fastball.
He had a quick inning yesterday. He pitched the 7th inning. He only threw 4 pitches. You got to like that if you're Manny Parra. 1 ball and no strikes to Belt. Belt is 0 for 2. Two and 0. Pagan with his lead, and Belt with a big swing and a miss. That's the kind of cut you like to see Belt take. 2 and 0.
Yeah, he was gearing up for a fastball and got it. Parra 93'd him right across the belt. But you're right. That was aggressive hack right there.
In the 9th inning, facing Casilla for Milwaukee, it'll be Hart, Lucroy, and Green. First things first, it's 2 balls and a strike to Brandon Belt. Belt shoots this one into the seats the other way. Everybody looks all right. Two and two. Bouncing ball up the middle as Torres has it, and he will throw out Belt, and that'll end the inning. Ninth inning coming up. Santiago coming in.
Sportsnet, part of the NBC Sports Group. 3-2 Giants. We are in the top of the ninth inning. And we have a new pitcher, Giants closer, coming in. When it's time for change things, Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change tune-up and smog experts. Casilla on the year. This is his 13th game. 5 for 5 so far in saves. For Casilla, you'll see a fastball that goes two-seam, four-seam, depending on the grip. 93 to 97 miles per hour. Curveball slider. And he is throwing with a lot of confidence right now.
Corey Hart is 0 for 3. First pitch at 93 is high. 1 ball and no strikes. Jonathan Lucroy on deck, and then Taylor Green. And he pours this one in at the belt, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike.
Not really your normal take 1 strike, where you'll see managers do that to teams where they're down 3 or more runs in the ninth. But in a 1-run ball game, when you got a guy out there like Hart, a 1-0 count with power, that's not one you want him to take a strike with. Not really sure what that last pitch could have been. A backup slider, because it wasn't very fast and it didn't do a whole lot.
Yep.
It's not something we've seen before.
This is fouled above us and then down below. Two balls, 2 strikes. So he spins one for the first time that we know of, and it's 3-2.
not sure he's got a whole lot of confidence in that breaking ball after the two that he's throwing.
Yep. See what Buster Posey puts down.
That's a fastball away.
On the ground to third, and Gillespie knocks it down, and he'll have no play. So Hart is aboard. The only hope you have there is that it doesn't roll too far away from you.
Well, a two-hopper, he blocks, but that's exactly what happened. The ball spits away from Gillespie, and you can see Casilla going, don't throw, don't throw.
So here's Lucroy. Lucroy is popped out, bounced out, and then he singled in the 7th inning. Hart's got 1 steal on the year. Very high, 1 ball and no strikes.
Got to pay attention to Corey Hart. He can steal a base, and he likes to walk into a lead. Got to make sure that he is stopped before you go home if you're Santiago Casilla. Looks like Casilla may have quick pitched him.
Yeah.
It's one way to mess with a guy both at first base and in the batter's box.
Hart with his lead, Belt holding him tight. On the hands of Lucroy, and he fouls it out of play. One and two. Low. Backhanded by Buster Posey. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Been out there with pretty much just a fastball right now. Curveball and the slider have not shown up yet. And that's not uncommon. You just have to make it work with what you got.
Got him. That's his best fastball velocity at 94.
And they set up on the inside corner, but it cuts across the plate. And he gets a swing through Sia, so it's called making it work with what you got. And when you have a 94, 95 mile an hour fastball, that ain't exactly going in there naked. So a big first out for Casilla.
Here's Green.
But if I'm a Brewer right now, I'm not looking for anything but a fastball. He's not been able to get that breaking ball in the strike zone.
Hard at first, he reached on the air. Popped him up. It's going to be a tough play for somebody, but not a problem for Crawford as he shades his eyes with his glove. 2 outs. And it'll be the former Giant coming up. And that'll be Travis Ishikawa. So Ishikawa will be the pinch hitter. The Giants know how good Ishikawa is coming off the bench. They witnessed it.
Well, he thinks well. He's patient. And he's been watching Casilla that has not been able to get a breaking ball over. So he's going to sit on one thing. In yesterday's ball game, he hit one almost to the 421 sign out in right center. And it was caught. In any other ballpark, it was a home run.
Inside with a fastball, and it's 1-0.
Ishikawa and Giants know, and he's a patient hitter. He will work a count. Giants playing doubles defense in the outfield.
Out of play. It's 1 ball and 1 strike. So right now, Casilla is coming up with his best fastball.
In 2010, Travis Ishikawa led the Giants in pinch hits. He had 15.
A little low. 2 balls and a strike.
And Casillas being very deliberate out of the stretch. That last unload time, 1.44 seconds. That's slow. Whether or not Ron Renicky, the skipper of the Brewers, wants to risk Corey Hart on a stolen base attempt, we don't know. But Casilla clearly is concentrating more on the hitter than he is the runner.
And another foul out of play, and it's now 2-2. $41,796. 99th straight sellout, and they are on their feet here at AT Park. As Casilla looks into Posey, and this 2-2 pitch, here it is, and it's high, and it's now a full count.
Just can't count on that breaking ball. It has not been a pitch that he's been able to get in the strike zone.
So Hart will now take off on this 3-2 pitch. Hart goes, swinging a high pop-up out of play. And everybody will take a deep breath as Hart goes back to first base, as Casilla rubs up a new baseball.
Well, it was a fastball challenge. Buster Posey knows that that's really the best pitch he has to get from Casilla to get it in the strike zone. And you don't want to walk Ishikawa to get Hart into second base scoring position for free. He has to make Ishikawa swing the bat.
And Ishikawa with a good swing. Nice catch by a fan in the front row of the club level.
All right.
Dad's pretty popular right now.
Yep. And the game just got passed on from one generation to another right there.
He just told his little girl, the next one I catch will be for you.
She's not buying it.
3-2. Here it comes. On the ground, foul.
And that's the best breaking ball that he's throwing. Mr. Posey knows that last fastball that he threw Ishikawa, he was on it. So he throws a 3-2 hook, and it really was a good one right there at the base of the strike zone. And Ishikawa, to his credit, did well to fight it off.
This will be the 9th pitch of the at-bat coming up to Ishikawa. Hart is at first. He represents the tying run. He goes. Swinging a fly ball into left center field. It's going to be Pagan who can't get it. And it rolls past Pagan. Coming in to score is Hart. And this game is tied.
That's the one risk you have when you set your defense back, is you can get burned in. They had doubles defense in the outfield. If this is a normal defensive set, he probably catches this ball. And once it gets past him to the wall, it's an easy score for the speedy Corey Hart. And Pagan about 1.5 feet away from into this ball game. So Ishikawa comes back to haunt his former teammates with a big pinch hit.
So Masonette is going to pinch run for Ishikawa. Aoki is going to pinch hit. And the pitch is wide, and it's 1 ball and no strikes. And with the 3-2 count in Hart moving, there's a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Kind of the perfect storm.
Play Hensley up. Javier Lopez, the lefty, up.
On the ground, Belt. And this will retire the side. So the bottom of the 9th coming up. It'll be Ryan Theriot to lead things off. Unearned run. It's now 3-3. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change tune-up and smog experts.
Francisco Rodriguez, the setup man for the Brewers, coming in. The 16th time that he has come in, as he is trying to whittle down his ERA. Most of that happened in 1 outing. 11 strikeouts at 13 1/3. And the Giants saw him a little earlier in this series, and he's throwing the ball well. His fastball, it's right around 90-92-ish with a good hard slider, good hard changeup. That's right, you can throw a hard changeup. He's got one. 3 pitches, and they can all strike you out.
Bottom 3 in this lineup. Edwin Masonette is at shortstop. Theriot takes slow and away. Theriot 1 for 3, knocked in a run in the 4th inning.
Clay Hensley heading back down to the Giants pen to finish off his warm-up pitches.
Hit on the ground to Masonette. 1 out.
Ball will find you.
It sure will. Here's Crawford with Sherholtz to follow. Crawford hitless in 3 trips. Fouls this first fastball out of play.
Oh, yeah. She had him played perfectly.
The 0-1 pitch coming up to Brandon Crawford. Low.
Rodriguez with the best fastball we've seen him. And the Gamer Babes are here. Gamer Babes from Denmark.
Wow.
Oh.
1-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. 1-2.
And that's the split. Or the changeup, rather. And the other thing, too, about Rodriguez, I mean, he kind of jumps at you. He's got some funkiness in his delivery.
Crawford waited a little better that time and pulls it foul.
It's Mike Peckner, our ball dude today.
And Crawford got a piece of it, but Lucroy hung on. 2 outs here in the 9th. And here's Sherholtz. Nate Sherholtz pinch hitting in the 7th. Stroked a single into right field.
I think he does you a favor when he throws that breaking ball early in the count. If you're a left-handed hitter, I mean, it gives you a look at it. I don't know how many guys he struck out with that thing, but it's a lot.
Sherholtz trying to end it. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Backed it up with the changeup. Had him way off balance. You don't see many guys with 3 swing and miss pitches. And Rodriguez has been that guy for most of his career.
One and 2.
So 3 pitches, all softies. First pitch breaking ball followed by 2 changeups.
Brett Pill's on deck, so Sherholtz would love to get aboard so Pill can hit. And Sherholtz goes down. 10th inning coming up. It's time for a change. Think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up. Your oil change tune-up and smog experts.
Clay Hensley comes on now to pitch for the Giants at the top of the 10th inning. 13th time that he's come in. 1-3 on the year. 9 strikeouts in 8 innings. He'll throw a fastball that he can cut and sink between 85 and 88 miles per hour. Big curveball that he can back speeds off with. Throw a changeup. I mean, he can invent some things out there. He's pretty creative, and he's fearless to throw any of it. And he will face the top of the Brewer lineup.
So Arias comes in on the double switch. He'll be the shortstop. Hensley will face the top of the lineup for Milwaukee, and it'll be Nyjer Morgan. Morgan, Weeks, and then Braun. First pitch high, 1 ball and no strikes. Morgan walked and scored in the first. Since then he's bounced out twice, and then Cain struck him out in the 7th, and that was Cain's 10th strikeout. 2-0.
He needs to throw a strike. Ryan Braun in the hole. He will hit third.
So 2-1 on the call strike at the knees. Morgan's 1 for 4 lifetime against Hensley. A couple of walks, a couple of strikeouts. Lifts this one out of play, and it's 2-2. All right. Brought his glove, and he got a ball.
A nice play.
The other guy didn't bring his glove.
And he winds up with the little bird left on the rod.
2-2 pitch. Hit out to left field. Melky Cabrera. 1 out. Here's Weeks. Great shot in the background. The Golden Gate Bridge as it works its way into Sausalito. Weeks is 1 for 4. He doubled in the 6th inning and scored. Against Hensley, Weeks is 0 for 7.
Big, slow curveball. He's pretty creative with a curveball. I mean, he can throw it hard. He can back speeds off it. He can go to both sides of the plate with it. A lot of options to give you different movement, different speed.
This is hit off the end of the bat, foul.
There you see the numbers career-wise against Hensley. Oh. Tried to shave with a little cutter there and did not miss by about a half a ball. Not more than. I mean, this is right out there between the legs of Buster Posey, and Angel Hernandez says no.
On the ground, Belt. Belt, a good defender, 2 outs. And here's Braun, who does have a lifetime home run off of Hensley. And I'm sure Hensley knows that.
Well, when you give up a home run to a guy, I mean, you know where his power is. You get a real good first-hand look at it. It's a matter of staying away from that happy zone. But a guy like Braun, who's such a good hitter, I mean, his happy zone is pretty big.
Well, I mean, look, if he's that uncomfortable with Braun, he's got 3 bases to play with. That time Hensley slipped a little bit on the mound. It's 2-0. He's got Aramis Ramirez on deck.
And guess what he'll be doing 3-0.
Yeah.
You cannot just goose one up there with this guy. Put some location on it. Make it a good pitch.
Right there for a strike. Three runs, 7 hits, and no errors for each team. The exception, Giants have committed 1 error, and Braun takes the walk.
Yeah, he didn't want any part of it. I don't blame him.
So here's Ramirez. Ramirez today is 1 for 3 at a sacrifice fly in the 6th inning. So Braun can be sneaky. You got to keep an eye on him, and that pitch is wide. 1 ball and no strikes. Braun does have 4 steals. He has had an Achilles problem. Did not play on Friday. Limped around yesterday and hit a home run.
But don't assume that he won't go.
There's a strike.
It's like Herbert Franks used to say, assumption is the mother of all screw ups. So from a pitcher's perspective, check the runner. And that's one thing that happens now. I mean, Braun misses a game on Friday night, and everybody knew it was an Achilles problem. I mean, in previous generations of baseball, you never knew that. Thought the guy maybe just get a day off.
A lot of information. 1-2.
Sixteenth inning in Boston.
Ooh. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that one was left very high. 2-2. That's one where you don't want it to be any lower than that.
No, if you're going to score one out like that, it's got some hang time to it. Let it hang way up over the strike zone. You don't want that thing hittable. And Hensley cannot believe it. He worked hard to get this pitch. They set up in the outside corner, and it's just a little bit outside. But he thought he had him. Look at him, look at the dugout.
Braun will now take off. It's 3-2. Got him. Ramirez swings at ball 4. Arias, Gillespie, Cabrera coming up.
He is eligible to come off the disabled list tomorrow, but whether or not he will be activated, the Giants have not decided. They are going to determine that tomorrow. Bruce Bochy spoke about it before today's game and said this isn't your run-of-the-mill return from the disabled list. They need to make sure he's ready physically as well as mentally, and if that means he needs a couple of rehab games, then that's what he's going to get. But the final decision will happen tomorrow. Gentlemen?
All right. Thanks for the update. When it's time for a change, think Speedy Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change tune-up and smog experts.
Cameron Lowe, the big sinker baller, coming in now. 12th time he's come in, 2-0, 2.25 ERA. Sinker, slider, curveball.
Arias takes a big breaking ball up and in. 1 ball and no strikes. Arias hitting at 296. Remember, he came in on the double switch. Gillespie and then Cabrera. The high pop-up down the right field line. It's going to be caught, and a nice play by Green. You could see that Weeks was not going to have a shot at it. Too long of a run for Hart.
Well, over here you got to fight the sun and wind, and you're not getting a whole lot of help over there from the people in the stands. So you're kind of on your own. A nice play for Taylor Green.
That was a good play. Here's Gillespie, who doubled in the first inning. Since then he's lined out, flied out, and then hit a ball well to left field that was caught by Braun.
Yeah, he's hit the ball well today. Even his outs have been hard. Lowe's a big guy, 6'8", 250.
And a quick 0-2 count on Connor Gillespie. clearly gives you an idea that Gillespie's not a guy that worries too much about falling behind in the count. Pops this one up. Masonette. 2 outs. Against the Phillies, this is what Melky Cabrera did. And that won a ball game.
Brandon Belt comes in with a winning run, and the place started to celebrate, as well they should.
So the Giants will try to do something here with 2 outs. Cabrera's 1 for 4. Bunts it, foul down the third base line.
Well, Aramis Ramirez, the third baseman for the Brewers, was given it to him. And now Ramirez is going to have to come in and play a little shallow. Other than that, it's pretty straightaway. Deep sets in the middle of the infield. And deep sets in the outfield.
Hit into left center field. Morgan on the move, and Morgan reaches up and he makes the catch. And that was a nice catch to end the inning. So Melky Cabrera sends it a long way, and Morgan tracked it down. We'll go to the 11th. And a really nice catch by Nyjer Morgan to end the bottom of the 10th.
Another good opposite field at bat for Melky Cabrera. This one sliced it away from Morgan as he comes up, goes high over the head to make the play, then taunts the fans, and he got an earful as he came off the field from the faithful here at AT&T. Cabrera, who had a great at bat, all you could do is smile about it. Nice play.
So Hensley goes back out.
And he gets right to the dugout and flips the ball up for a souvenir.
So it'll be Corey Hart to lead things off. Hart reached on an error in the 9th inning and eventually scored the tying run. Just off the plate, 1 ball and no strikes. Two and 0. Javi Lopez in the Giants bullpen getting loose. Hit on the ground into the hole, and a base hit for Corey Hart. And Hart has his first hit as he leads off the 11th inning with a base hit to left. And here's Jonathan Lucroy.
Well, it'll be interesting to see how Ron Renicky plays this. I mean, they have lots of options here. Lucroy handles the bat well. He can bunt, can hit and run. He can straight steal Corey Hart. He's got good wheels. Let's see, Connor Gillespie has to respect the bunt at third base, so he's playing inside the bag at third. A couple of throwovers to see if they'll tip their hand as to whether or not Lucroy is going to bunt.
New baseball for Clay Hensley. Low, 1 ball and no strikes.
Well, Hangar 1, made right here in San Francisco, is providing aerial coverage today from their very own blimp. Hangar 1. Yeah, they've done a good job. Get a look at that. That's a good look right there.
And a hit and run, and it's lifted out to left field. Melky Cabrera comes racing in, and he makes the running catch. And Hart has got to tag up. Here's the long throw. Double play. Has he got a cannon or what? Corey Hart had to re-tag, and it got him.
And the answer to your question is yes, he does. I mean, he's got to come a long way to catch this ball, and Cabrera uses all of that web. And once he realizes, he takes his time, sets up, and that's the cannon you're talking about. A one-hot strike. Oh, yeah. Yep, smoking gun. It is a gun.
So Bruce Bochy's coming out. Boy, how an inning can change so quickly. And Javier Lopez is coming in.
Melky Cabrera has been the most valuable player in this team. And he's done it with a bat, he's done it with his legs, he's done it with his arm.
So, 2 outs here in the 11th. And we'll be back.
The oil change and tune-up, your oil change tune-up and small experts. It's Javier Lopez coming in for the 12th time. 2-0 on the year with a 1.93 ERA.
And this is Taylor Green, who takes a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Green today doubled in the second. Since then he's flied out, struck out, and popped out. Bounces this one foul. We talked about Corey Hart. What's this? He gets to the bag, and then he really didn't have. Yeah, he did. He had to go back and touch it, and that was the difference.
And that's what did him in.
Dribbled. Tough play. Lopez from his knees. Got him. So the defense, see if it fires up the offense. Posey, Pagan, and Belt coming up. Here it's 3-3 as we head to the home half of the 11th inning on a gorgeous day in San Francisco. And Mike, we have a new pitcher.
Well, when it's time for a change, the Expedia Oil Change and Tune-Up, your oil change tune-up and smog experts. Tim Dillard is going to be coming in for the 13th time, the sidewinder. No record ERA of 4.97. 18 base runners in 12 2/3. 9 strikeouts against 5 walks.
Brooks Conrad comes in to play first, so that's a double switch. And that means the Brewers are now out of bench players. So here's Buster Posey. Hitless in 4 trips to the plate today for Buster Posey. Chops this one up the middle and a base hit. And it looks like Emmanuel Burris is going to run for Buster Posey. This is a nice play that Lopez made.
Well, it really is. A swinging bunt. He's got to come back across his body, and he knows he doesn't have much time. Kind of rolls into it, throws a strike right to Brandon Belt, and avoids hitting the runner. All that in one play. A lot going on here. He put the claw on it, and right there is where he makes it out. It helps to be a sidearm pitcher when you're making a defensive play like that.
He threw a strike. Here's Pagan. 2 for 4 for Pagan. Speed at first, and Burris. And the bunt, and it's a good bunt. Ramirez is going to have to hurry, and they just got him.
Ramirez has made a couple of really nice plays on that bunt play in this series, and this is another one he can add to the list. Beautiful bunt. Remember, Pagan can put some speed on a play.
Well, he really forced Ramirez to make a nice play.
Right about here, I'm thinking, man, he's going to beat this out. Once he got to it, threw a perfect strike over to Conrad and wound up being a successful sacrifice, but it could have been more.
So are they going to put Belt on? Yes, they are.
Well, I think you always set up the force for a guy like Dillard because he can get so many ground balls with the sink. And I think that Renicky would like to see him face Terrio, a right-handed hitter.
Uh-oh.
And he almost hits Angel Hernandez.
And it was almost a strike. So Dillard now has put the excitement into the intentional walk.
Well, you got to be ready if you're Brandon Belt. I mean, that's a pretty good pitch to hit.
3-0 to Belt. And Terrio will be the hitter.
Vinny Choke, former Giant, getting loose now for Milwaukee.
We tried to find Vinny the whole game so we could get a good shot of him and welcome him back to San Francisco. Well, there he is. Terrio.
Steve Edelson back down, getting greased up.
Right in the behind.
Angel Hernandez saying, no, I don't think so.
No. So went through him then.
Well, let's take a look. I mean, it was coming at him. If it got him, it may have grazed him on the hip.
Yeah, got that. There's a thread hanging from Terrio's uniform, and it hit the thread. Or at least that's the story we're going with. It's 1-0. It's 2-0. Burris at second. Belt at first. Sanchez on deck. And a strike. Terrio hits a lot of balls on the ground. If you're Brandon Belt, nobody's holding you on at first. You have to break up a possible double play.
Yeah, and I think Roberto Keller just went over there and told him, get off. I'll watch the guy behind you. Get off and get greedy with your lead.
The 2-1 is low and in, 3-1, and it looked like Dillard slipped. 3 balls and 1 strike. Dillard wants a new baseball, and I don't blame him.
He was not close. I mean, he's had 3 misses in this at bat that haven't been close. They've been easy takes.
Well, he's a tough guy for right-handers anyway, but if he's wild, it's really tough. Three and 1. And the walk.
Well, that changes everything. Because now your defense has got to come in. And Ron Renicki's going to make a pitcher change. He's going to Vinny Choke. Maybe he isn't going to change.
Maybe he's going to talk to the defense and say, look, this is what I want you to do. I only see 2 outfielders. Did somebody get pulled in? I think somebody did.
I think they did.
So maybe Ryan Braun plays behind second base. So you see, watch where Braun goes. Yep, he's going to go behind second base.
Well, I mean, a guy that throws a lot of ground balls, I mean, he's out there. That's his whole forte. Tim Dillard's a sinker ball guy. Well, in a defensive set you don't see every day. 5 infielders, 2 outfielders.
And 3 on the right side. And it's up to Sanchez now not to get anxious with a guy like Dillard. So the infield is in. And the pitch. 1 ball and no strikes. Trying to get Sanchez to try to pull that pitch. A ball to the outfield, unless it's hit right at Morgan or Hart, would be good news. Two and 0.
Just missed.
Two balls, no strikes.
Not close.
You can close your eyes and the crowd will tell you what this pitch is, whether it's a ball or a strike. It's 3-0. I think that means it was a strike.
3-1.
Well, Sanchez was taking 3-0. I doubt he'll be taking 3-1. Now it's 3-2, and he had a pretty good pitch to hit.
Dillard has got to challenge. He's got no place to put it. Hector Sanchez.
Burris at third. Belt at second. Terrio at first. It's 3-2. 1 out. Into left field, and that's the ball game. As Burris is going to score, and the Giants win it here in the 11th inning. Well, a win is a win, and they do it after the Brewers tied it up in the 9th. And the only thing I don't like about this is the horse did not get the decision.
Well, Matt Cain with an outstanding outing, but definitely a contributor to this victory. And after getting swept by the Marlins, they come right back and they win a series at home. And boy, I tell you, you talk about needed momentum going into Los Angeles. They just gave it to themselves.
So, in extra innings, the Giants beat the Milwaukee Brewers on the Hector Sanchez base hit, and they do it by a final of 4-3. Stay tuned. Esurance Giants postgame live with interviews on the wrap starts right now. Thank you for watching San Francisco Giants baseball on Comcast Sportsnet, part of the NBC Sports Group.